Good evening. Welcome to the live Facebook. I apologize for being slightly late, but I think you all probably know that what will be coming. We are already in the month of December. Okay, so month of December, does that mean we are seeing what we are talking tonight, which is the center rally or more sell-off? Now, of course, I'm going to update the members tonight here to talk about some of the things that we feel based on the existing facts that we have, and also chart, and probably look into some Malaysian stocks which we think that with the ongoing trend and the Pentagon guide has something for you to look at for the remaining maybe 2-3 more weeks of market rally. So let's get started. Okay, and of course I would like to welcome all of you, our members. Right, and our company, we all know, is a fintech technology, focuses on algorithm trading in here. So we are not more than proud with it. And of course, just an announcement in here for those of you who are not member, you still got a couple of weeks more before we start to raise the prices for our premium VSA 360 members in here. Okay, and for the existing members, if you renew before the end of the year, you'll get the additional months. All right, also check out our SmartRobie features. More like this, where if you go into a certain stock, in this case B Auto, which we were looking at it, and indeed, maybe I talk about it to a group of brokers on yesterday training, and today B Auto seems to be going up, I think almost by 10% in here, right? I don't believe I'm the person responsible for triggering this, but you can see from here, more like this is a feature of recommendation, anything of 3-star and above. 3-star and above, you can see from that, and you're able to recommend that, and these are some of the stocks we've been looking at. But of course, we want to go on. Then the way to look at it is at the stock chart and stock prices. All right, check it out. So let's look at the FBM KLCI today, which has always been the key focus here. So FBM KLCI focus, which I think you already know, and which I update almost every week. We are still in a what we call a range bound, right? The 1640. Now last week I've talked about the 1640, which is crucial, and you can see from here I can extend it. Every time when you want to go up, you got another upthrust, another upthrust. So that is a lot of heavy selling in here, and still some people put in the year-end forecast at 1650, and I do believe the 1650 will come, but as I said before, only on the last 3 days. All right, which is maybe the 31st, the 30th, the market will run, because it's all window dressing just to push up, maybe even close at 1660. Like if you just look at it, let me just show you what I mean here. Last year in December, you can see here, 27, 26 started to run after Christmas, right? And then before Christmas, you can see market actually dropped. Dropped below 2. Then last 3 days, how many points it goes up? From here to here, 3%. So same motor operandi here. You can see, sama juga. So from here, let's say we got last 3 weeks, we run 3%. Okay, modus operandi. Then we'll 3%. Wow, here you can see 1675, which everybody is. But we are already seeing evidence of this already. The finance sector. Remember, finance is part of the big FKLI Bursa, and when finance move up, everything move up. But of course, our FBM, okay, small cap, those table jalan. You see, still down. Small cap also table jalan. FBM mid 70 also table jalan. So a lot of those people who buy and hold this kind of stock, finito. Yeah, very hard to survive. So this is the kind of thing in here. So whether we will see the Christmas rally out front, I'm going to be frank with you, of our KLCI after Christmas. Okay, for the US, it's coming. It's already coming in show right now. And but tonight I want to talk about Malaysia. Perhaps there are some certain stock which already have the trend, like the finance sector, right? I'm going to showcase to you those stocks in there. So we done that one. Let's go over to our usual so-called knowing where all the concern is. Nasdaq is looking to test higher, right? And there is a chance it will retest back this old high at 26,373. Okay, so I think Nasdaq it just turned green pentagon too. So sudah mari. Okay, so Nasdaq turning green pentagon, and we'll look at the Dow Jones YM, and Dow Jones is the traditional one. Turn green pentagon also, okay. Then S&P 500 ES1, I think this one also not yet, waiting for the market to break higher. Okay, now why I point this, there's a reason for this. Later on, I'm going to talk about a very famous fund manager. His name is Tom Lee. He forecast by year end, the S&P 500 will break above 7,000. Right now it's 6,836. So if it does break 7,000, then a lot of the AI and tech stocks, including your favorite Apple, would also break above that. I think that's very important in here, just to give you the basics. Now let's look at VIX. VIX is the measurement of the fear. Now definitely right now with the Christmas rally ongoing, and also the US Fed with watch, which I'll talk about it, that seems to be playing down, and because there's not much fear, risk is on. You can see it is trading below 17 times. Of course, every week you see this, after you see this, you see this, you see this, you know there's a trend inside. Below 17 here, market is going to be very, very bullish. Now let's take a look at last year. Where was it? Last year we shift down, shift down, shift down, shift like a shift. You can see from here. Last year the market hit up to, last year volatility was on the 18th of December, right? When it shot up to past 28.30. Will it happen? Possible. Right now we can see if it does go below the 17 mark here, you can go, once it go below the 15.13, you can see from here, that is where it is very, very bullish. So we are now trading below the 17, but we just keep note of this very spike in the on the VIX, the indicator. But typically that would happen if 10th of December. Now 10th of December, what's happening 10th of December, you all know, is the US Fed Reserve. I'll talk about it in here. So this is where, if you look at this, simply with the ongoing of likelihood of a Fed interest rate cut. No interest rate cut, then you will see the thing spike up to 28 or so here. That will be probably on the 10. Okay, so that's what's happening in here. So for KLCI, let's take a look at where the market is. All right, and we're going to bring up the KLCI sector and our monthly return. You can see the monthly return for the month of November, we were in negative territory, and December, lo and behold, very, very seldom what we call negative return. So where the rally is after Christmas, on the 26th after Boxing Day. Check your calendar. I'm not sure Boxing Day got open or not. 26, 27, 28 or 29, depending whether it falls on the weekend or not. Right now, the market is closed at minus 0.3. And if we are seeing a likelihood 3% run from the 1.6, so you will see the market close probably 3% for 2025. We just closed very high, but if you look at it, it's all about window dressing. Window dressing. Now let's look at the foreign funds. If you have the VSA 360, which is a very important tools that you should have, and I'd highly recommend. You can see foreign funds are coming back. Okay, let me just move it up a bit here. Foreign funds are coming back at 58 million, but we have a huge selling for 85, which is not good. Okay, so it has to start coming in slowly. Of course, you also know the ringgit, USD MYR has strengthened a bit, right, to 4.12. Now, this is a level. Do you think that it's going to break some more in here? Very hard to say. Okay, but this is as far as it can go. If it doesn't, then I do think the likelihood, the ringgit will swing back to 4.16, 4.8, and then before the end of beginning of first quarter 2026. So foreign funds are coming back. So of course we want to see more foreign funds coming back in. There are more coming back in, then you will see this chart certainly go higher. Now the start of the Santa Claus rally, or is it a humpback? I do believe, with a couple of things in mind, that the previous week or 2 weeks ago was the stock market bubble talk. Okay, there was a lot of bubble talk and then people cool it down. But one big news that come out is Google is winning ahead in the AI race over OpenAI. Now remember, OpenAI used to be the pioneer, but Google has come back to claim itself, and that's why Google year to date. Let me just show you this. Switch on to Google. Okay, and you can see Google year to date is all-time high. This year is up 66%. Very, very good. Last year also up 36%. This year is up 66%. So if you have Google, and then the year before is 55%. So this has been a very, very strong winner, Google, all this while in here. So whoever buy Google, I think is much better than buying Nvidia, because Google has real advertising. They have real traffic, people using all those Google searches, and they charge people for that, and also a lot of the enterprise solution that they charge in here. So Google might be a better play altogether in here. All right, so the other view which we talked about last week about the AI bubble, right? No doubt we saw the wicks, which is a fear indicator, spiked up, right? But then overblown a bit, coming down. So keep in mind, every time when wicks spike over to 30 times, I think you all know about this, I've talked about it, right? It would come back down. So, but buying at the 20th of November, very scary, or 21st of November. Okay, so let's go to 20th and 21st. Okay, let's say, what's stock? Nvidia, which everybody popular one. Okay, Nvidia 20th and 21st. So you can see 20th, where is 20th? 20th was here, okay, and 21st was here. So buying that, you can see Nvidia, the most popular stock, not making money. So still moving sideways here. You can see Nvidia, because of the news that the Amazon, and also I think there was Gemini, right, are buying more Meta chips, not Nvidia chips. So Nvidia has come down a bit. Now remember, Nvidia is not the most popular stock right now. You can see it's still a red pentagon in here. Perhaps you can look at TSM, the closest brother one, is still slightly better, holding up. No green pentagon yet here, just waiting for that green pentagon, but edging in higher, right? So the Christmas rally is coming. This is going to be pushed by the US Fed Reserve. Now, of course, this is something I showed last week about the dot-com bubble. Unlikely. All right, just want to re-emphasize that they have real profit, strong cash flow, but the one concern I see OpenAI is the $100 billion debt. A lot of companies are actually in debt because they somehow give a loan to OpenAI to buy many of the infrastructure and the data science. That's the news prevailing right now in here. Valuation is high, but they're supported by real business growth. Past crash hasn't stopped stocks from climbing, and actually this is why the more, remember I always said before, the more that people talk about crash, the unlikely will happen. Okay, that's always been it. Like you see back in 2022, when the Russian-Ukraine war, including myself also, I said that no recession, no crash. Within 3 months after the war started, remember, that was in February 2022, everything will be over. Ukraine will be defeated. Until now, fast forward, 2025, they are still talking about peace. Usually most war will finish between 3 to 4 years. After the 4th year already, right, which is 2022 to 2020, this is coming to 3 years, right? Because after the 4th year, no more momentum, no more budget to support the war. Just like Russian fought with the Ukraine, the Crimea, right? After a while, it's just like everybody's watch over their border. You throw a grenade, I throw a grenade, but they're not going to launch full attack like what they are doing right now because it is very expensive to finance the war. So now Russian and the Americans and I think they're talking about all this peace talk. As I said before, 3.5 year, 4 year, show Kautiman. Even the Second World War also 3 to 4 years. The Vietnam War was a 10,000 day war, so also 3 years. So you look back in the history, semua 3 tahun habis, except for the Gaza and Israel, the one been fighting long. Once a while, after 3-4 years, big one come, then market no impact. From our perspective, there's no impact into the market. Now, the 10th of December, will be the Fed watch. Now, all these are leading into the higher inflation. People are finding jobs much more difficult, especially for the new intern and also the new graduates. So with that, and also the new guy coming in, Kevin Hassan, I think, to replace the federal chairperson, Jerome Powell, is a Trump lackey. He's a Trump crony, and I've seen him interview before, and he doesn't have the kind of integrity of a banker, and he will bend his back almost to Donald Trump. Donald Trump asked him to cut interest rate, he will cut one. So with that, that will definitely put gasoline into the stock market, and probably that we'll see that next year, first quarter of 2026, the stock market will definitely go higher from there. But right now we are seeing a 90% cut in the 25 basis point for this coming of December, which is I think berapa hari lagi? Satu minggu saja. Okay, one more week going from then onwards. Okay, so this is important because if this don't happen, all right, you saw like 18th of December last year, you see that spike on the wicks, that is going to happen. If the Fed doesn't cut interest rate, you'll see the spike and you'll see a sudden collapse towards the Christmas, and that's what's happening here because the market is right now accounting to the Federal Reserve rate cut on the 10th of December. And go over to just go to Google, type US Fed Watch, and you'll come to this page. So I'll just sort of screen this in here. Now the Bursa Malaysia, you have seen before, small cap, large cap, all really not doing well, right? If you compare to SmartRobie now, SmartRobie right now, we are doing new features. We are upgrading some of the features, some of the comments in here. After 1 year, we know what works well. We also get feedback from our members, what well, doing well. So we are upgrading them, okay? In terms of the knowledge you are getting here, we are getting to see what works and what doesn't work, we'll put it up. So one of them we find out is the year to date, right? Because we find that a lot of Malaysians always like to trade Bursa. You see on the left hand side, Bursa there, or this side, Bursa there. But you notice Bursa didn't go anywhere. So once a while, I want our audience, our SmartRobie member, pop over to US see US 3 months already 5%, and then maybe pop over to Singapore, you never know, Singapore 3 months also 6% return. Then Hong Kong, not so good 1.6%, but year to date is 32%. Early in the year the flood rally a lot, then it holds its way. But for our market, 3 months 2.7%, year to date minus 0.5, not so good Singapore is really performing 3 months 6, now year to date 18, means moving higher. US 3 months ago 5, now still maintaining 15, also very good. So this is why I talk about where our user, get the education, get a bit. If not, just mirror paper trade, use SmartRobie, like what I say, more like this, go and learn about it, but learn to cross trade all the indices. If you have an account with any of the big broker, like UOB Kay Hian, Mumu, CGS, and so forth, trade those multiple cross product in here. That's why you learn one exchange in either in Bursa or the US. You can use the same methodology and move it to XGS and Hong Kong, and we want to make that transition between the four market seamlessly, where it's nothing more than just new knowledge. You can check the year to date, you can check the SmartRobie, check the Pentagon Guider chart, and make informed decision. And that's why we are here, being a digital investment advisor. Now, I've shown this before, and the key thing is the Bursa rebound checklist. We need to see green Pentagon in those sectors, which I've shared with you last week. What are those? Construction are coming down already. Property still mainly, finance is akan datang. That's why if you look at the KLCI, already turned green Pentagon. You go over to our market, here, VSA 360 dashboard, you can see here, already turned green Pentagon already. But sangkut lah. So it will try to break 1640. But don't wait until 1640 break lah. Right now, if ngam already, do your trade. But tonight I'll give you some stock trade idea based on Pentagon, and you want to trade below that also can. Then there is also volume increasing. Looking at the leading stock, those turnover and break out with high volume. So we'll look at that. Now the other picture where we will see huge selling is heavy selling, large cap. We're not seeing that in heavy selling the Bursa. If you look at that, Maybank actually, Maybank, Tenaga, right? Maybank, Tenaga not so much, Maybank and Telekom Malaysia. These are the big heavyweight, and they're going up. Why? window dressing. Okay, very window dressing. Foreign funds coming back in, so no reversal uptrend, which does signify a bullish rally for the Bursa. Best case, worst case is the last 3 days. Last 3 days, which is after Christmas, it just go through this window dressing. So also the current market sentiment, can the US market rally after 10th of December? As I said before, it has to price in this federal rate cuts. No federal rate cut, mampus, semua habis. Semua balik rumah, okay? So the very famous fund manager I follow is Tom Lee. He predict S&P 500 with 7,000 and so. Now this is a bit far-fetched rather than the market collapsing. One of the reasons why is because if you look at where we are, another 5%, we are talking to 5%, 5% to go to 7,002. Now if you look back, US S&P 500, month end won't go up 5% that much. If you look at last year, just for comparison, okay, or actually the best way to see, I tell you how, you go to ES1, okay, use trading view, okay, ES1, then you go over to this one here, go over to seasonal, and then go over to tables, okay. So if you go over the tables, you can see, okay, right, just I move this side, 4 out of 6 occasions, it always goes up. And if you look here from the average, right, 2025 now is 0.46. 5%, 2%. So if it's a bullish year like 2023, you get 5%. November was bullish, 5%, right? This was 2024. But December, not so bullish. So now they may have swapped around. So November, we have negative, correct? Just like December negative, then bullish in November. November always bullish, right? But then December may push 5%. So this is where this chap, Tom Lee predicting 7,200. Okay. So if you see from that onwards, at 6,008 with another 5% move, it's still possible. That's on the bullish upside, and he's always been a bull. If you think what I say is true, makes sense, give me a thumbs up, because I want you guys to prepare. You still got another 3 more weeks to jalan, some of the S&P 500. Worst case, buy VOO, type VOO into the SmartRobie apps, right? And it's an ETF, and you get a chance for kind of 5% move from here onwards. Let's take a look at VOO, okay? And close this, you go over to VOO, okay? Vanguard here, and you can see a 5% move, boleh jalan. Right now is 628, and it's ready to break up. Don't wait until I tell you so. This one will break. Okay. That's 5% move from here onwards. Now let's look at our Bursa market. Now last week I talked about rebound or reverse for, pretty much sticking on the same story that I have, and then we sort of develop the evidence that we see from the chart, and also foreign funds flows inside here. I stated 1640. It did try and then come back down. We got a lot of upthrust, right? Recovery in finance, construction, and property. Good news. This is pretty much a good news, and I do say the rally on the last 2 weeks. I've showed you this one here. Now if you look back on the average monthly return, December is always higher due to the year-end window dressing, year-end window dressing, and it's usually up about 2%. Okay, so if you look at it, 2% over the last 10 years, 2% over the last 10 years, then it's possible break over 1640. But again, don't think that it go up in a straight line. Probably after Christmas only boom, go up. Like what I showed you earlier on, right? Move sideways, then boom. All this is because what this term called window dressing year end. So you all beware and know about this. The 2% for the December. So here's my take. So last week, from this slide here, just updated. So next week, I'll probably update you before I take 2 weeks on. Then I'll come back probably the last week of December and update you guys. We got 2 more weeks of possible rally in here. 1640 have to climb, have to break, which is this point here. Right now is 1629. Okay, another 10 points only. Because 1630, my 10 point is going to push a very easy one. They push TM, and TM already moving already, which I'll show you. So recovery, finance, construction, property, just these 2 stocks. Okay, Coming soon. So stocks to watch out for, you might want to, these are some of the stocks I scanned through from our Pentagon Guider. Definitely the finance and the large cap, this is due to the year end. Maybank, Public Bank, RHB and TM. Property mix, property I found one because only one sector. Construction, only one only. Consumer, yes, a lot of consumer and plantation, and one a small cap. The chart looks to be good. So use this one, look into the SmartRobie in case I cannot finish it, but I'll just go through a couple of these stocks for you guys. So at least you have something to look at towards the year end. So make this a bit smaller. Okay, so is that good or not? All right, I'm just giving you a lot of bonus session in here. And nowadays you don't see a lot of influencer or you know, people going out to do talk because the SC is regulating this. Now for me, our company is a digital investment advisor, so you know we can speak this on this kind of issue based on Pentagon Guider as we are regulated. That's one of the benefit in here. So we can look at Maybank. All right, so look at Maybank, and Maybank really sudah kucum 3%. It will pull back a bit. Okay, started at the green Pentagon here. Okay, it will pull back. Maybe 2 or 3 more days it start to go up. Okay, so Public Bank also very similar. So they push up all these share one. Okay, so these are all window. Now Public Bank started to move. Now Public Bank only moved to year end only. So this is pretty nice. You can see Public Bank is still minus 2%, and just now Maybank is how many percent? Maybank is 6%. Yeah, you can see up to first was 1% only. Finally turning positive. So if Maybank is turning positive, and you see Public Bank also turn positive. RHB Bank is slightly better. Okay, so you take a pick also break, and RHB Bank is up 11%. Really strong. You can see this one here up 11% and wait for a pullback. Then also we have a Telecom. Okay, these are starting to move up already. Telecom, you can see you can see want to go up, pull back a bit. This one is a nice one here. Telecom is up 14% for the year, which is much better Telecom up for, but there are many others all dropping Property, we have property metrics. I selected this for you. Chart wise looks pretty good. Okay, and this one is green Pentagon. Okay, so property one only this is one of the best. If it does hold this, and metrics is down 13%. You can see year to date down 13%. Maybe we do see a bit of rally on that one. Definitely not the best kind of chart, but this is bottom fishing. Sendai, now Sendai breakout very similar to B Auto, pull back in here, and you can see minus. It was at minus 51% last 2 weeks. This is all maybe window dressing just to ensure that it doesn't come back and lose more than this. Then we have Hapsing, the biscuit maker. Okay, you can see trend is definitely pushing up. You can see the what I call the channels that we have. LHI, which is the Leong Hap, the egg maker. You can see break up in here after green Pentagon and up 3% in here. Who knows? This one will just continue to go up straight. The consumer are doing pretty well. And the plantation, okay, SWK. These are lagger, previously run, like United Plantation already run already. You can see these are lagger, you can see, continue to push up. IOI Corp, also plantation here. And you can see, also you can check it out on SmartRobie. Will that green Pentagon pull back, looking to break up. Small cap, I found one for you. Magna, okay. And you can see, what happened here? Magna Prina. No, it's not it's Magna. Magma. Yeah, Magma, it's not, yes. Magma, my apologies. Magma and Magna are two different ones. Okay, so you can see Magma turned green Pentagon, some way back at 30 cents, then started to move up. You can see volume also coming back here, right? So it's moving up in here, and sometimes if you don't want to catch them at the early stage of the green Pentagon, I understand, but these are later stage, right? And running on the year-end rally. So those are the stocks I have for you in here. Maybe next week I might skip the Wednesday session. I'll be away for a business trip here. All right, so continues the SmartRobie. I'll do the breakfast show. This coming Monday, there won't be any breakfast show. I'll be away for a business trip. I'll probably come back the following week. I'm going to have the week off for this one. So just take note of in here. So use more like this. Keep in mind of some of the new features we are rolling out over the Christmas, as the team has more time during this period in here, and we do hope that you all will introduce more people to use SmartRobie. It's getting to be a great apps going forward from here onwards. Okay, and of course update for you from our best US market. Copy SmartRobie, diversifying out, learning. Now previously we went up to a high of 17%, and then we saw the US, right, with the weeks up spiking. Now we are back to 11%. So why copy SmartRobie? You learn to paper trade first, huh? And without emotion, you don't have to worry about all the buying and selling. In there, SmartRobie will help you to pick those stocks, right? It never sleep. It will continue to watch those trades, powered by our advanced Pentagon guider in here, semi-automatic, right? And because it's affiliate. So the idea behind it, you set a portfolio about 10,000 US, each trade about 3,000, but if you go through a period of difficulty, the amount will actually drop. Okay, amount will actually drop. So let's check out the kind of returns that we have on SmartRobie here. So I'm just going to give this to you, and there's a small fee to support us for our copy SmartRobie. It is only 29.90 cents. Okay, for 3 months you get to use SmartRobie for continuous. Yeah. So the last couple of trades in here, we came back. PepsiCo was 0.1%, and if you look at PepsiCo, which is, you just click here, right? And you can see PepsiCo, we exited here. It did go higher, no doubt about it, right? The market sort of range bound from here onwards. Cummins, we have a 4%, continue to go up. We exited here at this point, so it's pretty good, all right, from here onwards. So that's a nice one going forward. And also we have this treasury, which is a small, there was actually a dividend payout here. So we decided to exit on this one here. So this was a drop, no doubt about it, but it's only a small loss, but we are adding back the dividend in there. So there are still ongoing 2 more trades, and tonight we are entering 1 trade. And for those of you who already subscribed to SmartRobie through our in-app apps, you can follow and mirror this one in here. And hopefully, we hope that with the continuing month, we will do much better. Maybe close with another 3%, at least a 14% return for the year. That will be great. So we touch on, you can look at the history, the entirely of the history on all our trades, and also the warning sign that we send out in here, why we play defensive, right? And you can go on to third trades, Netflix, all this on much shorter terms going forward here. Okay, and entry and exit, we enter on the green pentagon and we exit usually within the 7 to 8 days bar. And if it's a bit more strength coming in, right, our copy SmartRobie will continue to push the trade for next couple of days, right? So summary for SmartRobie is perfect for those of you who want to learn about US market, so you can mirror, learn, follow those trades, and I will update you in any trades that will be closed. And so far we have closed about 2 trades, but of course we have a series of losses, just like the US S&P 500 in here. And through this learning period and also the sell, you learn more about it, so you gain faster confidence with Pentagon Guider and the US, who said you cannot make money with algo. Definitely you can with SmartRobie. SmartRobie, Pentagon Guider will bring the market structure, stage 1, stage 2 into your apps through our SmartRobie app. So that's all I have for tonight. And as usual, if you want me to review any stocks, go ahead and catch us next week, not this coming Monday, the following week I'll be away for all our updates. And for those of you who still want to join our VSA 360 membership in here, do find out before we start raising the prices in here. Alright, that's all we have. Don't forget to join our Telegram chat room in here for all our stock market information. Right, thank you again, Joseph, and thanks for you who came for our SIDC 10-point CPE. We did a good time in here, and I'll see you in a week's time. Okay, probably in a week's time, or if not, later. But do follow us on our Facebook as well on our SmartRobie, which we will continue to support you. Bye-bye. Good night.